And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first GeoGebra Live of 2021. My name is Tim, Professional Development Director at GeoGebra, and right over here is Marcus.
Hello, everybody. I'm Marcus. I'm the founder of GeoGebra. Happy to see you all.
Yeah, the captain of the ship. So we have a lot we want to show you here in this brief presentation. Want to keep it close to 20, 30 minutes tops, no more than that, because we're all very busy. But we're just here to show you what's new, awesome, and cool in GeoGebra. So might as well go ahead and start showing here. So Marcus, what do we got on the agenda here? Let's see.
Yeah, so we would like to introduce you and show you our latest release that we've just thrown out there for Google Slides. We have created some wonderful add-ons,
right.
And Tim's going to show what you can do with them in a second.
You got it. Now, I can't see it right now, but is my screen showing here?
Yes,
it is. Awesome. So here we are in Google Slides. A lot of math teachers with whom I work love to work in Google Docs or Google Slides or something like that. But basically, if you go to the add-on section right up here, where you get some Google add-ons here, let's go shopping around here. Ton of them. But give it a second. Let's just see. All right. So I just want to get some graphing calculator. So I type graphing calculator. Look what pops up, man. GeoGebra graphing calculator. Let's just see. What else? Let's just go here. And we could actually literally add it on to open up. So watch this. We'll throw it in there. We'll install it. Continue. This I did not expect to happen, but let's give it a shot. Let's see. Yep.
You need to
go through the initial stuff. I was just going to show the initial adding on here, but I have one with 30 installed anyway, so you can say, yep. You just allow it once, simple, and it's
just
there.
One-time thing.
Yep.
One-time thing. You just have to do that the first time, and then afterwards you got it in your list.
And it goes, and it goes right here. So let's open it up. My internet is a little slow at the moment. I apologize.
What it's doing is the idea. Maybe I give a little bit of background while Tim is still playing with the installing part. So what it's doing, we were thinking it would be really nice to have the GeoGebra calculator ready for you to do graphing inside of Google Slides. So many times, you have the situation where you want to show a graph, and we thought it's just much easier to have it in place here in order to create the images and just insert them here right on the spot. And now Tim is showing you how to do that.
Exactly. So I just put two functions up here. And again, just like you're in the GeoGebra app, anywhere like on your phone or online, doesn't matter where, but you could take these and literally, caption it any way you want here. So we have that, we have this, we could do it, we could see anything. Just like you working in the GeoGebra app online, there you go. And we could even clean it up, and just with the settings and the grid here, we could just show the major grid lines to kind of clean it up here. Or we can even hide it all together. The point is, we can clean this up, make it nice and pretty as we want. But at the very end, click that button right there that says Insert Image. And there it is.
Okay.
Right in your Google Slides presentation.
Very good.
Okay. So, and we have one more app here that we want to show you. We have this for two apps. We have it for the, we have an add-on for the GeoGebra graphing calculator, but some of you that want to work in 3D can also do that with the GeoGebra 3D calculator, which we'll show you right. If I just type in, if you just search 3D right here, it should come up. Okay, let's see. There's a couple other options, but GeoGebra 3D is there. See, it's the first one. So we click on it. We'll install it one more time. Continue. This is a one-time thing.
So you just need to approve the add-on once.
Yep.
And Tim, is this only available in Google Slides, or are there other Google places where you could use that?
It works in both Google Slides and in Google Docs.
Ah, wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, the only one it doesn't work in is Sheets, because you don't really want to, you don't need to put a graph in Google Sheets there. But at least here for the add-ons, now I got my GeoGebra 3D calculator. So let's close out of this one. If we go back to my add-on GeoGebra 3D calculator, now I can go ahead and throw in some 3D images here really quickly. So 3D, open it up, and let's check it out. See what we can do. Again, my internet, I apologize for the speed here, but let's see. You could just do f of x equals x, right? And we could just say make a surface, take function f. Let's rotate it 360 degrees. about the x-axis, and look at that.
I think you have practiced this before, haven't you?
Yeah, but we could have done something simple, like make a sphere, do something very, 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 very simple there. But the point is,
Tim, are the tools in there also?
yes, they are. All right, and
I can do some geometric constructions as well. Yeah.
Yep. Let me just refresh this. My computer, for some reason, just wanted to go slow all of a sudden. I apologize. Here we go.
It's because you're streaming to too many places.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, there's my first thing there. We'll go to the second one there. But yeah, let's do something very simple. I apologize. So we'll open it up, and we'll do something much simpler.
Maybe just a cube or something.
Yep. Exactly.
And then we also get to see the tools. Yeah, very nice.
So we'll go ahead and make a cube. Put it down there. And unfortunately, Google limits the window here. It's not. We wish we could make it wider, but that's more of a Google thing. But at least we have the add-on right here. And again, this it's not working because it's my computer's fault. It's just the fan is going, and but it's not a GeoGebra or a Google thing. It's a my computer thing. So, but it does work. I've used it many times before.
Can you try to insert the image, like, you know, if I just want to get the coordinate system, for example?
Yeah, let's see.
That should also work.
That should. And here it comes.
Just to prove that it works. Yeah, wonderful. Very good.
Yes.
So whatever you have in the window, even if there's nothing like now, just the coordinate system, then you can quickly throw it in. So we have this available for the 2D graphing calculator and for the 3D graphing calculator.
Exactly.
Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
And actually, a little bit later, one of the team members who has done this is also going to be with us, our special guest. But before we go there, let's have a look at another system that we have released last year. That's GeoGebra Classroom. GeoGebra Classroom is there in order to make it really easy for you as teachers to share interactive GeoGebra resources with your students. And there have been a couple of nice improvements lately, and one of them is going to be shown to you with Tim. And actually, I think we're going to try it out together so that it's really interactive, so we can all work together now in GeoGebra Classroom.
Exactly. So, and actually, Marcus, what we're going to do is we're going to steal one of the lessons in the IM curriculum. I'm assuming my screen is showing now, right? I can't see what's there. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll go right here to the IM curriculum, the 6 to 8 full curriculum here on GeoGebra's homepage. Right.
So maybe a little background while Tim is looking for the right resource. So we created a digital version of the IM curriculum for middle school over the last couple of months, and now this is already fully available. And I think it's a wonderful example what you can do today with digital learning in distance education, and of course also for classroom discussions in face-to-face environments, if we can go there, and we all hope that we can go there soon again. And I think Tim is showing us now a lesson from IM, what is it?
Grade 6, Unit 1, Lesson 4, about parallelograms, where students are informally, intuitively working with them here. So as a teacher, I'm going to go up here and press the Create Class button up here, right? Which many teachers are doing already. We'll give it the same title. We'll create it. And now I can actually go back to the StreamYard there and invite all of you. I could copy the link or simply go right up here. And I could basically get the link to share with my students who are either in class in a hybrid model or fully remote.
Copy link.
Yeah, so I'm going to copy the link. And what I have to do here.
And I'm going to be the student, and I think everybody else can also be student if you want to play along.
Yeah. So what I'll do, I just have to stop sharing for a second. I apologize because the workflow there is, but we'll put an invite to join our class live. Okay, there's the link to GeoGebra Classroom going out on all the social media platforms right here. Oh, that's the private chat, my bad. Join our class. And there it is. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can go join us there. Okay, so we'll do that. And basically, let me just give it to you, Marcus, in the other chat there because it's hard to copy. You go to the private chat there. All right.
Got it. Thank you.
Got it. You got it. All right. So we'll go back and I'll screen share. Sorry about that. We have Monique working behind the scenes there. But anyway, here we go. So back to the class here. This is what the teacher sees, right? Notice Marcus is a student in my class right here. Okay, and we have some other people who have who've joined. All right, and so at any time I could see where students are. this is one of the new features we wanted to showcase in GeoGebra Classroom here, is that before, like in June or July last year, when students would join your class, you would see a bunch of names pop up, and that's it. But the key difference right here now is that I can click on any student in this class, any of you, and look at all the work you've done in one time. So for example, notice Marcus is in here. Marcus has started 1 out of 21 tasks or something like that, but yet he's on task 5. So I can tell that he actually skipped like the first 4. Get back to starting. I could click on it now. Monique just started here. She's actually doing it in chronological order. See how she's answering right there? Okay. And so basically that's kind of how it looks. And Julia's here. Hey, Julia. So all these people in our class, all right. But there we go. I didn't notice here the thumbnails are changing. I can actually click on Marcus's name and check out the work he has done so far. Yeah, he blew off the first 2, but I could see where he left off at number 4. Okay, and I can go hit the arrow back here to go back, and I can check out other students' progress in real time. Okay, so that's the new feature that we wanted to feature here, is that you can click, the student names are now thumbnails that you can click on. They give you a quick snapshot of where the student is. See how Julia just jumped to task 7, right? And Monique's on 2, and I could see everybody else is getting ready to start. Or what I could do right here is click on any one of these on the side, and I can look at it task by task, as many of you have seen in past webinars, where I can actually see all students work for task 4, say. To see, Marcus, before it was a pain for teachers where they had to find, where they wanted to see how much work a student did. They had to go to task 1, look for the kid's name, look to 2, look for the kid's name. So we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I really love how you see everything updating in real time all the time. Yeah. So I think that's really nice for teachers to keep an overview of what the class is doing, especially if you're not in the same room. You know, otherwise I really like wandering around in the classroom between my students, but now that I can do this is perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's it. I think about GeoGebra Classroom. Anything else, Tim, that you wanted to mention here?
No, that's all from the classroom side. I think we're switching now to one of the apps, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe to come back to what Tim just showed. So this was one example of our digital version of the IM curriculum. Of course, you can find all the rest on our website. So if you just go to geogebra.org, you can see it on the front page. Okay, and now, as promised, we have a special guest with us today. His name is Zbigniew. Zbigniew is one of our senior developers. Hello, Zbigniew. We can't hear you yet. I think you have to unmute your microphone.
Yeah, that should help. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Zbigniew. Where are you sitting right now?
I'm sitting in Linz, so not too far from Marcus.
Yeah, in his home office, as most of us these days. Yeah. So Zbigniew actually has been with us since quite a while as a developer. I think, Zbigniew, you already joined when you were still in high school as a student.
University, but yeah, it was a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, but I think you found GeoGebra online on the user forum, and then
I started bothering Mike with some minor bug fixes, and then he figured he could just give me access to the source code. And
that's the beauty of open source. Yeah, so this one, Zbigniew has helped us to do many cool things. So Zbigniew is a member of the apps team, and the apps team has created one thing that we've already seen today, the nice Google add-on that Tim was showcasing earlier on. And another thing that they have done recently is a new app. Tim, which one is it?
GeoGebra Calculator Suite.
Exactly. And Zbigniew is now going to show us what that looks like and what it is.
Okay, so maybe you've seen already the calculators that we've released individually over the last 2 years, I think. The graphing calculator, 3D calculator, geometry, and CAS. And
what's CAS? Just for those
computer algebra system, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's similar to the graphing calculator, but it's doing all the computations symbolically, so you can use it for computing symbolic integrals, derivatives, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now there was a demand from the users to have all this functionality in one app. So we've released that for all platforms where you can run GeoGebra, so iOS, Android, and web. And I will now shortly show the web version. So
maybe
here I'm in the.
Maybe you can switch to one of the others, so just that we show how that works at the moment.
Yeah. So here, when I switch to geometry, it switches the algebra view to show the tools. I can also switch to 3D and then go back to graphing, and I will get my content back. So basically, one of the features is that it keeps the constructions in the individual apps.
Yeah, that's very nice. So maybe before we go into more details, maybe just one quick comment. So thanks, Spinny, for showing the app switcher. The background of this, many of you who have been familiar with, I love this one. Yeah, that's the nice one. And I think that's also the one that is shown on the mobile apps. So if you go online to the App Store or the Google Play Store and you get GeoGebra Calculator Suite on your phone or on your tablet, then that's what you're going to see in the beginning. So we used to have GeoGebra Classic since many years, like our flagship, all-in-one math app where you can do everything essentially. And now we have kind of recreated this. And why have we done this? And one big reason is what Spinny already mentioned, is that we wanted it to be available on all platforms. So not just on a big screen, like GeoGebra Classic used to be, but also on smaller screens. So this user interface that we're seeing is the web version, like for tablets, great for tablets, for Chromebooks and laptops and so on. But we also have the mobile versions. Okay, but Spinny, of course, wants to show you one of the other cool
things. So one of the other recent additions is the line graph command. So when I have a list of points, I can take the x coordinates and the y coordinates.
Spinny, would you be able to make that a little larger, please, like the browser view, or just the settings, the font size, whatever? Thank you.
So so the command is called line graph. You can pass it two lists of coordinates, and then you have a dynamic graph. The nice thing is that you can also do an integral of this function from, let's say, x of f to v.
Nice.
And it computes you the integral, so you can show some concepts like the area under the curve and everything updates.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's a beautiful example because it shows this beautiful, very simple user interface, but with so much power under the hood. So you see all these commands from the good old GeoGebra Classic, and the new things that we are now adding, they are all there at your fingertips if you want to use them, but still keeping the user interface really slick and simple. I love that. Thanks, B.
That's awesome. I also love the fact that it could do definite integrals for like freely drawn hand functions too. It's just so cool. You just draw a little squiggly and put an x value and it could do it. Could you show that, Spinny, really quick? I just love that.
I will try. So if you have different shape, then I could do the same. Change this an integral to use g instead of f, and now I get the same thing.
That's cool. That's cool.
Awesome.
Now you see the math nerds loving stuff about integrals. Okay. Yeah, so this is also one difference if you compare the calculator suite with the graphing calculator app, that in here we have these advanced math functions like integrals, derivatives, I think even equation solving, so things like this that are not allowed on many tests. So that's why we turn it on the graphing calculator, but they are of course allowed when you're teaching. So during teaching, I think the calculator suite is a great answer when your students ask you, hey, which GeoGebra should I install? And now you can tell them, well, just get the calculator suite because then you have it all in one. Yeah, that's great. Spinny, was there something else? You were showing the solve command.
Yeah, so
what you did there.
And I just saw in the comments that somebody was asking about the Slides add-on, if it's also working with PowerPoint. So Google and PowerPoint are two independent pieces of software, but we also do have PowerPoint app. So you should be able to do something similar in the recent versions of PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
That's all from my side.
All right. Thank you, Zbigniew.
Awesome. Thank you.
Quickly glancing at the comments, if there are any more questions that we should answer, but I don't think so. I think we're all good.
Well, just to echo what you were saying, Mark, is more. I'm glad you clarified about the calculator suite now having the app switcher, because it's like I've been getting asked a lot of questions where it's like, well, gee, why Classic? And I would be telling them, well, Classic is one app with many perspectives. You graph a parabola in 2D, it's in 3D, that kind of thing. But here it's like, you know, so one person on Twitter said something like, I use Classic as a teacher to build stuff as a power user. But then when it comes to students just wanting a 3D view or a geometry view, they can just toggle between. It makes their life easier without installing 8,000 apps, which makes logical sense. You know? Yeah,
exactly. So the calculator suite we created exactly for this reason, to have everything in one place. And the other reason is that we really also need a kind of a successor of GeoGebra Classic for exams over here in Europe. Mm-hmm. So in many places, like in my own home country in Austria and Germany, we do allow also computer algebra systems, so symbolic computation on the tests, and also 3D. And then students want to be able to switch between like 3D mode and CAS and graphing during one exam. So we have this lovely exam mode that you guys may know about that's built into the app, which basically locks down the app. So it was important to be able to have like this locking down around all our apps for this use case, right, instead of just the individual ones. Yeah, so that's really nice. You know, we basically try to make everybody happy. And I think that's also the thing that we would probably want to end with, that if you have any questions, you know, let us know, send us messages on Twitter, Facebook, on the user forum, wherever you can grab us, and we'll be happy to try and listen to you and make further improvements. Tim, famous last words.
No, you said it well. So thanks everybody for joining us. We're going to be doing this more regularly. We're going to shoot for every 2 weeks, maybe every 3. But the purpose of these quick little like 20-minute GeoGebra live sessions is to just give you quick updates, really quick, while you're eating lunch or eating dinner in Europe, say, just what's new and fun in GeoGebra. So thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great day, great evening, and we'll see you back here soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.